And we're kicking things off with a fantastic speaker to talk about how to build a global beer brand with the help of Web3. Please make her feel very, very welcome. Put your hands together for Chantalle Alberstadt.
I see. Hi. So, some of you already know. Let's see where my presentation is. Let's go one back. So, hi, I'm Chantalle. I'm one of the co-founders of Metabrew Society. I know some of you guys who from the other ones heard about us or maybe had a beer yesterday already. One of those? Okay, so some of you, that's good. We are actually like bridging walls. We connect Web 2 with Web 3 and bridging into a global beer brand. So what we're doing is we have an NFT project, which is at the end, to be honest, like a business model. So it's not another PFP project. We actually have a in real life product, what was super important to us to actually bring in real life value to people and not to talk that down, but not just another picture and community and only events, but really building a really business model around a product and use Web3 and NFT like the space to build up a brand around that. So we have holders right now in 45 countries. That means our holders get 240 cans per year for free, like cans 60 a quarter. This is like the main utility in how you attract, or how we attracted most of the people who are our holders now. And also having like 2 events a year. One was in Germany at our brewery, as we are really owning in real life brewery in Bavaria, very big size, so we can brew a lot of beer, a lot of different kind of beers. We will have 4 brewers on site. Right now it's 3. We have right now 3 different kind of beers, but I come to that later. But what is the real big thing for us is the revenue share model. So we transform fans into partners. What I love about Web3, if you think about a business model, is that if you're in Web 2, you usually call people customers or clients, and then you try to make them from customers to fans of a brand. In Web 3, you really try to attract them from the beginning with something they're really passionate about. We did that with beer. So you skip the part where someone is just a customer and just buying. You really make them invest in your NFT project. So they're directly fans and spread the word outside. But if we go from the stage from fans to like real partners, means brand ambassadors, we want to make them enable and help us spread the word international, to go, for example, to bars, to hotels, to other companies, also to just friends, and show them the beer and tell them you should list, for example, Metabrew in a bar, which makes that the bar is ordering the beer, for example, just without an NFT, just regular in our shop, or give us a call and just say, like, we want to have, I don't know, 5 kegs a week for our bar. And what we do is that our holders get 20% revenue share. So like an affiliate program. This is more like Web 2, but that helps us really to grow the brand international. As we have holders in 45 countries, that means we have holders in 45 countries who help us grow that beer brand. But because usually, think about how long it would take and how much money it would cost to actually build up a brand in 45 countries. So at the end, our holders are like brand ambassadors out there who spread the word and help us to internationalize this brand. So this is where this Web 2 to Web 3 comes from, because we have actually a product. It's already out there. Maybe I show you that first. The community is at the end, the fans, the key to build the brand international, to spread the word, but also give us really, really good market feedback. Because usually when you're building a brand, for example, in Web 2, you're launching a product and it's already totally done, and you hope they will like it, and if not, you start over. You need some month, or most of the time months, sometimes years, to actually get a really good product on the market, and you hope they like it. What we can do is we have a target group, so we can, for example, ship to our holders first a beer, see if they like it, what the feedback is, before we really produce it in a big time, in a big supply, to make other people buy it, for example. Or what I love about this space, I mean, I'm going to a lot of conferences, I'm talking to a lot of people. Doesn't matter if it's holders or also our community, which are sometimes not holders, but really like what we are doing, and just get inspired and ideas and see where the space where we connect and collaborate. And also the community help us sell. They are like our salespeople, but also give us really, really valuable feedback. You usually wouldn't get so easy in Web 2 without maybe paying people or give them free beer or something. And if we get them free beer, they bought the NFT first. So as we started last year in April, which was in the beginning of, or kind of in the beginning of the bear market, or when we hit it pretty strong, we first thought we want to buy the brewery after the mint. And what we got as a feedback was that people asked us, okay, cool that you want to buy the brewery from the mint, but what's happening if you're just selling like 20 to 30% or something, or minting? So what we did is we bought actually the brewery pre-mint, so we went very bullish and bold into this project because we're really believing in it. And people were able to buy the beer pre-mint, like for example, 3 bottles, or after the bottle time it was cans, to actually try the beer, because it doesn't make any sense to build an international beer brand if the people don't like the beer. So we made them order it for a very, I think it was like €7, international shipping already to the US for €7, and to Germany, so everywhere. People were able to buy it, try it. We made them like post a picture on Discord and on Twitter, and then they got the allow list spot. So if they tried it before and then had to do something to get the allow list spot, they're usually immediately faster connected to the brand than it would usually be. So what we did to, especially in the bear market, to gain trust, and because people were minting less, I mean, all of you know that probably, we shipped pre-mint, we bought a brewery pre-mint, we did our first in real life event, our own at the brewery, 3 days beer fest, 3 days free beer for everyone who was interested in the project, to really gather the community together, but also went to a lot of events, especially last year in Germany, to make the people see us as the whole founding team is docs. I have like 7 co-founders who are very, very good in their expertise. So my background is design and marketing and branding. Meanwhile, also like Web3 and doing these kind of conferences. Yeah, so the people saw us, they could talk to us, they saw that we are actually already producing beer pre-mint, which was, I think at the end, one of the main reasons why we succeeded and we are still here and still building. And people really, I really have to say that we get so much great feedback, because people appreciate that we are still building and bring in real life value, especially in the totally bleeding market right now. So this year, if you try it later, if you have tried it, this is like a typical classic Bavarian brew, which is like helles Vollbier, like a lager, with 4.9% classic. But what we want to do is, our company is all about innovation. So using the Web3 space to grow international, using the blockchain, but also we want to do innovation beer. So one part is having a classic Bavarian brew, because why not? We can brew that, people love it, it's good to attract the first people. That one will stay, so we will not get rid of it. But what we want to do too, because the market in that for low alcohol and no alcohol beers is the most growing market right now in beer beverage or beverage in general, you see the green can where I'm standing in front of it, that one. This is our BPA Light, which is tasting very, I mean, I don't have it here, but if you have the chance to try it, really try it. It's just have 2.5%, but it's so good. It tastes almost like a classic Bavarian Pale Ale, just lower alcohol and a bit easier going, but it doesn't taste like water, what you a lot of time have when you're having like a low alcohol beer. And what we will have too, and we're working on that right now, is like the innovation line you see on the right side. So maybe we will not just have those 2 beers like the classic ones. There will be a bunch of more, just as an example. And as an example for an innovation line, we are right now working on a very, very, very good non-alcoholic brew, which which has to taste, our goal is that it tastes like a full beer, like really a Bavarian brew, not what you sometimes get when you're drinking like 0.0% beer, and add also nutritions to it. So for example, in the middle you see the sleep brew. There are several people who drink a glass of wine or a beer before they want to go to sleep better, and we all know that if you try to sleep and you drink alcohol before, the sleep quality is way, like, really getting worse. So we want to add some melatonin, for example, to a sleep brew. So non-alcohol beer, full in taste with melatonin. Or, for example, our energy brew. This is more like if you're, for example, out at a party, or we also work together already with some gaming companies, because we add like guarana and ginseng for staying awake, like an energy drink, but based on a beer. So non-alcoholic with energy, and try to do more different kind of innovation lines, because we see a market in there, but also here we can involve our community to ask, which beer are you the most interested in? And that will be the first we are brewing. And then we send them out, they can test it, and we get a really, really good feedback, because imagine holders of an NFT beer brand or a beer project, they're very critical with beer. So, what I'm kind of bullish on, what I really love, and I didn't have that on the, I didn't see that at the beginning when we started, that this could be like one big thing for us, is you see that here, this is not our regular can. Like our regular can is the black one, for example. This would be like the equivalent. We could really do, or we are doing white labeling, co-labeling, and we could do that for other NFT projects. B2B, like we're working together with big companies already who are ordering for their Summerfest or for whoever, for example, 5,000 cans, which is for a company way easier to sell 5,000 cans to a B2B client than, for example, to a private person. So not like other NFT projects are maybe doing it, like just selling the IP rights, for example, and we print it on. I really want to do, and I'm already talking to some projects right now, that we can bring value to other projects if we're seeing it in the Web3 space. So for example, if you're a holder of, I don't know, in like the bigger one is a stoned ape. If you're a holder of a stoned ape, you can go to our website and get token gated that can, and you can order for the same price like we sell usually your own beer, like from that community, for that community. For the other project, it's pretty cool because they can provide a real life product, like something they haven't had on the roadmap, for example, but really brings value to their project, for their holders, without them have to brew, have to can, have to ship, because we have all of that set. They can just use our online shop for it. So my goal in collaborations and corporations is always to bring value for everyone, for their holders, our company, their company, and we can do that for B2B, B2C, Web2, Web3. So this is actually a pretty big thing, and if you're going to a lot of conferences and sometimes side events, depending where, you will see us more often, because we were at a lot of conferences and side events this year already. So, to summarize it a bit, our business model is at the end, a part of it is NFT and Web3. This helps us to get market feedback, but also what I said at the beginning, to grow an international beer brand with the help of our holders. We have the classic beer distribution, so people can just order, it doesn't matter if it's B2B or B2C. We will have the innovation line where we really try to open new markets. As we have a really big brewery in Bavaria, like owning it, we can do brew as a service for other projects, B2B, but also like just a region around, because we can in-house, we can fill bottles in-house, we can label in-house, we can do everything in-house, what sometimes a lot of breweries also on-site can't, because they just brew or just someone has a filling machine, so we can move pretty fast. The white label story, what I just told you, we can also do private label that you don't see anything from Metabrew. This here is like a collaboration can, so you see a bit of Metabrew, you see a lot of branding from the conference here. And also, what I haven't mentioned, we will do a franchise model for taprooms, and we already opened the first taproom, and one utility, for example, for our holders is that they not only get 240 cans of beer for free a year, but also can drink for free at our tap rooms. And for us, of course, it's better to, we don't have to sell the beer to our tap rooms. There's no middleman in between, so we make more margin. If we have our own tap rooms, it's easier to spread the word and provide another value for our holders. So, to summarize it, our big thing so far was we minted at the end of September, beginning of October last year. We closed the mint at the beginning of this year, I think it was February, March, because the floor price was stable. We didn't have to close the mint. So we made like 1.2 million with the mint during the bear market, what I think was okay. We have holders in 45 countries, means we already shipped to 45 countries. We opened our first tap rooms, and we are working together with a lot of projects already. And what, especially in the market conditions right now, what you can see what value this project has for our holders, if you see it from the NFT and Web3 side, our floor price is still stable. So we sold around 1,350 NFTs, 1,300. I think, I haven't looked it up for the last 2 days, but there are always between 5 and 7 NFTs on a secondary higher than the mint price. So as I said, especially in the market conditions right now, I think that shows that the people believe in it, but also they still get beer. Doesn't matter what's happening, they still get beer. We guarantee it for at least 3 years, but as long as we exist. So it's like a lifetime supply as long as Metabrew is there. Yeah, that's it. I don't know if there are any questions, maybe? Yeah. One second. Oh, I have to wait for a second because I didn't get it. Sorry.
Sorry, is there a fund on the bottle? And if so, can I return it to Lidl to get it back?
I still didn't get it. A bottle? What?
Is there a fund on the bottle in Germany?
Yeah. It's a fund on the, just in Germany. Yeah. It's like, for everyone who's not from Germany, you have to give the can back like to the supermarket and you get 25 cent back. So yeah, there's a fund in Germany. Yeah. Exactly, like regular regulations. And
if I sell my NFT, can the new owner update the metadata, meaning the address, to get new deliveries, or is always to the original owner?
No, you can, if you have the NFT, you get a quarterly airdrop, and then you can redeem the airdrop on our website, which is like a Shopify shop, and you can always change the address. And maybe what is interesting too, the shipping is like the beer's for free, the shipping too. And for example, to ship to the US is $55. So the shipping is included. The only thing is in Germany, you have to pay the 25 cents per can, but you get it back if you bring it to the supermarket. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Just that you know where to look at it. There are sometimes questions on here. So, okay, if there are not more questions, then I would say thank you for listening, especially at this time of the day. And yeah.